So I'm about to go to work, and this is like hella shitty video quality. Anyway, we're gonna do this. Okay, my name is Valken. It is Thursday, and this week is transgender people in the media. How we feel about that, and what needs to change. Because a lot of shit needs to change. And this is gonna be a really short video, and I'm sorry. And it's really shitty quality, and I'm sorry. But I have to work today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So literally. I would upload it late, but I don't have time to. Okay, so transgender people in the media. I'm glad that lately the past 2-3 years, there's been a lot of media coverage on trans identities, especially with famous people like Caitlyn Jenner. Even though she isn't the best, she's someone. What I found really interesting, though, is in the UK, there's a lot more trans, education happening on their TV. Channel 4 has released literally dozens of documentaries on trans people and their identities and how it is living as a trans male or as a trans child. And it kind of upsets me that the US isn't like that. But anyway, what I mainly see in the media nowadays regarding trans topics is the bathroom thing, really. The whole HB2, it's fucking ridiculous how people are acting towards this law. I look yellow. I don't back here. Never mind. Anyway, that law is basically, it's been the trans media for past 3 months or so, and I think that's kind of unfair to lead that as our only topic in the news. I was recently interviewed for the news, actually, because of HB2 and how I felt about it, and Obama's whole thing now with letting transgender children choose their bathroom at public schools, which I think is a great idea, but everyone in the South where I live is not very happy about that. The thing about trans media that I do not like is usually they focus on people's, how should I say this? They focus on how people already view trans people. They focus on how cis people view trans people. And when they're talking about Target letting trans people use their bathrooms, in the media, it's usually seen as a negative thing. Which is why I think more people are coming out and being like, no, you can't use my bathroom, bitch. Because they're taking it as a negative stance, and they're feeding off people's emotions, which is bad. It's bad. See, the thing is I think that if in the media there was more coverage on how trans people live, day-to-day, dysphoria, misgendering, all those kinds of things, if they literally followed the story of multiple trans people coming out, finding themselves in their gender identity, I feel like if that was how the media presented us, we wouldn't get such negative comments. They always have this thing when you're in the LGBTQ community where they're like, don't read the comments. That's what they say. I went to a support group for the first time, and the last thing that they said to us was, don't read the comments. And it's a joke, but they're being serious, because so many people comment negative things. But the thing is that these people are fighting off of their insecurities, their fears, what they don't know. And I feel like if the media, if things like I Am Jazz or I Am Kate, if they were more educational rather than reality TV, it would be a lot easier for people to understand trans people's thought process, why they come out, why they feel this way. That it actually isn't a choice, and that we're not just fucking freaks that choose to be this way to freak other people out. If they would show children, in the UK, if they even had just documentaries that would show how it all happens, our parents, how everyone feels about it around us, how we get kicked out and how we're abused, and how we're twice as likely to commit suicide than a cisgender person. I feel like if they showed the negative things that happen in our lives, instead of looking at it negatively, if they just showed it as a fact, it would bring people to an understanding of, oh, this isn't a choice. I've talked for almost 6 minutes, and I am so sorry. But I do feel strongly about this because I feel like trans people are misrepresented in the media as, like, these people who do it for attention, like Kate Jenner, where she transitioned and now she's thinking about detransitioning, and everyone's seeing it now as, like, oh, they do that just because they can. They do that because the surgeries exist, the hormones exist, you can do this, so people do it. And that's not what it's like. Like, people like Kate Jenner who do have the money to do this right now, I mean, they don't have to go, I mean, they do have to deal with dysphoria, but they don't have to go through the years of fighting and hurting because you look at your body every single day and see yourself as not you. Like, I have completely disassociated my personality with my body. My body is not a piece of me right now. And it's a horrible way to live, and no one should have to live this way, but when you have to deal with a body that you don't identify with, it's what you do. And that's not to say that some trans people aren't comfortable with their bodies, it's just, in the media, people see it as, oh, you have the surgery. But it's not one surgery. Some people don't even have surgery. It's just becoming comfortable with your gender identity and your body to whatever point you need to be. My cat is in here. Yeah, I feel like I should stop. I've been talking a long time. I'm sorry for the rambling, but media needs to start presenting trans people as people who have just found a deeper meaning of identity, which is true. It's people who were told their entire lives they were one thing and they ended up not being that thing, and it's a big deal. But I feel like if the media covered that, people who are trans, who are non-binary, people who are not cis, will not be looked down upon. Yeah. I'm done. I'll see you guys next week, hopefully on a better camera. Mwah.